Hello everyone, Kit here, back with another video. Today for you guys I'm going to be reading an article from this really old Los Angeles Times from Monday morning, January 29th, 1934. Now I just want to read this article section here. Lizard People's Catacomb City Haunted. If you like what I do, I'll leave a link to this down in the description box below. Along for email, you can email us at themungs@gmail.com for private consultation. And without further ado, we'll get right into it. Lizard People's Catacomb City Haunted. Engineers sink shaft under Footmore Hill to find maze of tunnels and priceless treasures of legendary inhabitants. By Jean Bossuet. Or Bourgeois, I think. Busy Los Angeles, all through little realizing it in the hustle and bustle of modern existence, stands above a lost city of catacombs filled with incalculable treasure and imperishable records of a race of humans further advanced intellectually and scientifically than ever even the highest type of present-day peoples. In the belief of G. Warren Shuffett, geographical mining engineer now engaged in an attempt to wrest from the lost city deep in the earth below Footmore Hill the secrets of the lizard people of legendary fame in the medicine lodges of the American Indian. So firmly does Chauffet and little staff of assistants believe that a maze of catacombs and priceless golden tablets are to be found beneath downtown Los Angeles, that the engineer and his sides have barely have already driven a shaft 250 feet into the ground, the mouth of the shaft being on the old Banting property on North Hill, street overlooking Sunset Boulevard, Spring Street, and North Broadway. And so convinced is the engineer of the inability of a radio X-ray perfected by him for detecting the presence of minerals and tunnels below the surface of the ground, an appearance with which he says he has traced a pattern of catacombs and a vault forming the lost city, that he plans to continue sending his shaft downward until he has reached a depth of 1,000 feet below discontinuing operations. Legend supplies crew. Chauffet learned of the legend of the lizard people after his radio X-ray had led him hither and over an era extending from the public library on West Fifth Street to Southwest Museum on Museum Drive at the foot of Mount Washington. Um, I know I was over a pattern of tunnels, the engineer explained yesterday. And I had mapped out the course of the tunnels, the position of the large rooms scattered along the tunnel route, as well as the position of deposits of gold, but I couldn't understand the meaning of it. Then Japhet was taken to little Chief Greenleaf of the medicine lodge of the Hopi Indians, Arizona, whose English name is L. Macklin. The Indian provides the engineer with a legend which, according to both men, divulges exactly what Shafet says he has found. Fire destroys all. According to the legend, as imparted to Shafet by Mackin, the radio X-ray has revealed the location of one of three lost cities on the Pacific coast. The local one have been dug by the lizard people after the Great Catastrophe, which occurred about 5,000 years ago. The legendary catastrophe was in the form of a huge tongue of fire which came out the southwest, destroying all life in its path. Continued on page 5, column 2. This is the same article on page 2, zoomed in. And apparently this is the map of where they were located. This is where their city was, I think, down below ground. Did strange people live under sight of Los Angeles 5,000 years ago? An amazing labyrinth of underground passages and caverns hundreds of feet below the surface of Fort Moore Hill is revealed in maps, all rights to which have been reserved. Prepared by G. Warren Shuffett, local mining engineer who explains his topographical endeavors as being based on results obtained from a radio X-ray perfected by him. In his elaborate system of tunnels and rooms, according to a legend furnished Shuffett by an Indian authority, a tribe of human beings called the Lizard People, who lived 5,000 years ago. The network of tunnels formed by what Indians call the Lost Lizard City, according to Shuffett and the Indian Authority. Gold tablets on which are written the origin of the human race and other priceless documents are to be found in the tunnels according to the legend. Shuffett declares his radio X-ray has located the gold. The engineer has dug a shaft 250 feet deep on North Hill Street, overlooking North Broadway, Sunset, and Spring Streets, and intends to dig to 1,000 feet in an effort to strike the lost city. Upper right-hand corner inset is the time-staff artist Itwig's conception of the lizard people at work. Lower left upper inset shows Shuffett and his crew up top the shaft, bailing water out of their deep excavation. The inset above shows Shuffett operating his radio X-ray device. And these are pictures of him doing his work on his excavation. Traces of Catacomb City of Lizard People sought. Continued from the first page. The path being several hundred miles wide, the city underground was dug as a means of escaping future fires. The lost city, dug with powerful chemicals by the Lizard People instead of pick and shovel, was drained into the ocean, where its tunnels began. According to the legend, the tide passing daily in and out of the lower tunnel portals and forcing air into the upper tunnels provided ventilation, and it cleansed and sanitized the lower tunnels. The legend states, large rooms in the domes of the hills above the city of Labyrinth housed 1,000 families in the manner of tall buildings, and imperishable food supplies of the herb variety were stored in the catacombs to provide sustenance for the lizard folk for great lengths of time as the next fire swept over the earth. City laid out like lizard. The Lizard People, legend has it, regarded the lizard as a symbol of long life. Their city is laid out like a lizard, according to the legend. It is tall to the southwest, far below 5th and Hope Streets. Its head to the northeast, at lookout at Marta Streets. The city's key room is situated directly under South Broadway near 2nd Street, according to Shuffett and the legend. This key room is the directory to all parts of the city and all record tablets, the legend states. All records were kept on gold tablets, 4 feet long and 14 inches wide. On these tablets of gold having been the symbol of life to the legendary Lizard People, will be found the recorded history of the Mayans, and on one particular tablet, the southwest corner of which will be missing, is to be found the record of the origin of the human race. Tablets photographed. Shuffett stated that he has X-rayed pictures of 37 such tablets, three of which have their southwest corners cut off. My radio X-ray pictures of tunnels and rooms, which are subsurface voids, and of gold pictures with perfect corners, sides, and ends, are scientific proof of their existence, Shuffett said. However, the legendary story must remain speculative. expected to live until unearthed by excavation. The lizard people, according to Macklin, were of a much higher type intellectually than modern human beings. The intellectual accomplishments of their 9-year-old children were the equal of the present-day college graduates, he said. So greatly advanced scientifically were these people that, in addition to perfecting a chemical solution by which they bored underground without removing earth and rock, they also developed a cement far stronger than better than any in use in modern times, with which they had lined their tunnels and rooms. Hills enclosed city. Macklin and legendary advice to American Indians was to seek the lost city in an area within a chain of hills forming the frog of a horse's hoof. The contour of hills surrounding this region formed such a design, substaining Chaffetz's findings, he said. Chaffetz's radio device consists chiefly of a cylindrical glass case inside in which a plummet attached to a copper was held by the engineer sways continually pointing, he asserts, toward minerals or tunnels below the surface of the ground, and then revolves when over the mineral, or swings in the prolongation of the tunnel when above the excavation. He has used the instrument extensively in mining fields, he said. Alright, that's going to be it. If you like this video, please like, share, subscribe. Once again, I'll leave this link down below, along with email. You can email us at themornings@gmail.com for private consultation. And even though this wasn't the easiest thing to read, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a nice day.